Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, it is so great to have you. I'm Antoinette, a New Zealander living in the beautiful wine region of Lower Franconia, Germany. So in my videos, I often talk about the fact that Germany is such a logical country for so many reasons. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about 5 things here in Germany that just make total sense to me as a New Zealander. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. This is in no particular order. Something that just makes so much sense to me is the whole philosophy surrounding the prisons here in Germany. Now, this is a fascinating topic that I haven't spoken a lot about. Actually, I don't think I've spoken about this in my videos. I've been doing quite a bit of research on German prisons lately, and this is a topic I am fascinated with, mainly because of the very high success rates when prisoners actually leave prison and go out into the big wide world. And these success rates have a lot to do with the fact that German prisons, like the whole philosophy surrounding German prisons, is focusing on rehabilitation rather than punishment. German prisons are some of the most humane in the world, and some people may not agree with this concept. People may think that a prisoner needs to be punished for their crime. The truth is, the reason why people commit crimes and end up in prison in the first place is because of lack of support, lack of education, lack of resources, and the feeling of hopelessness and being misunderstood. What's going to happen when these people come out of prison after they've served their time? They are going to be feeling angry and misunderstood, and they are going to be more likely to commit further crimes. And so the whole philosophy in Germany is rehabilitation. In Germany, the prisoners are actually looked after. They are given resources and opportunities to better themselves and use that prison time wisely so they can, turn their lives around when they're out of prison. They are offered educational training. They are offered paid employment where they can earn a little bit and actually save some money, which will go towards, their life in the outside world. They're not locked up in a prison cell. They actually have a proper room, which is sort of similar to a university dorm room. They can wear their own clothes rather than a prison uniform. So prison time is thought of as rehabilitation rather than punishment. And 99% of the time, this is what these criminals actually need. They need love and understanding and patience, because this may be the only time that they've ever seen this or felt this in their whole life. And so I think the German prison system is absolutely amazing, and it is proven by the results that this philosophy works. Rehabilitation over punishment. Okay, so moving on, something I think makes total sense here in Germany is the fact that people working in elderly homes, retirement homes here in Germany are very well trained, and this is not the case in New Zealand. To work as a caregiver in a retirement home here in Germany, you need to be fully qualified, which involves a 3-year-long apprenticeship. And this apprenticeship is very similar to a nursing qualification. The caregivers here in Germany who look after the elderly are all fully trained and highly skilled in their job. And in contrast, in New Zealand, in an old people's home, in a retirement home, the people working there don't need training at all. I know this firsthand because when I was studying in New Zealand towards my bachelor's degree, I had a part-time job working in an old people's home in a retirement village, and I worked as a caregiver part-time to earn a little bit of money while I was studying, and I walked into that job with no training. I had a day, I think, where somebody sort of took me around, showed me what to do, and I was good to go. I just went straight into this very high demand caregiving role, looking after these elderly people, washing them, showering them, changing colostomy bags, giving them their medication, and I had hardly any training. I personally enjoyed the job and I took it really seriously, but a lot of people working there, they should not have been working there, and I saw quite a few things that really, really upset me. These people that were completely unqualified, useless at their jobs, sorry to say that, but they were, They were looking after these very vulnerable elderly people, and I think that is just so wrong on so many levels. And I wish that the training for aged care for caregivers in New Zealand was as extensive as here in Germany. And so to me, it's a no-brainer. Like, if you're going to be looking after the elderly, you need to be trained. When I look at an elderly person, I think this person has lived a full life. They have so much wisdom and experience, and this is the end, towards the end of their life. They should be looked after so incredibly well, and they should be comfortable and happy and have the best care possible. Okay, so something else that makes complete sense to me here in Germany is the fact that German drivers actually know how to drive. And this is because it is not easy to get your driver's license here in Germany. To start with, you can't get a license here in Germany if you are under 18, and you have to go through extensive training to be able to get your driver's license. This training consists of numerous theory lessons in a classroom taught by a driving instructor. And then you need to sit an exam. When you've passed your exam, then you're able to go behind the wheel and do your practical lessons. You need to do a certain amount of practical lessons with this qualified instructor in order to be able to sit your driver's license. And this takes months, and it is expensive. So you could pay up to about 3,000 euros for this process. But in my opinion, it is 100% worth it for the peace of mind when you are on the road. There are so many less accidents in Germany. I feel so much safer on the road in Germany because German drivers know how to drive, because they are taught how to drive. In New Zealand, you can be taught by anyone. As soon as you turn 16, it used to be younger, but as soon as you turn 16, you can do this little scratchy test and get your learner's license, and then you can be taught by your uncle, your sister, your brother, anyone who wants to teach you, do a few lessons. If you think you've got the hang of it, then you can just go and take your practical exam, and if the driving teacher or driving instructor thinks that you are good enough to drive, then you get your restricted license. Your restricted license does have limitations, but you can drive on your own, and after a period of time you can go for your full license. Maybe one of the reasons why I feel so strongly about this topic is I have been a passenger in a very serious head-on collision in New Zealand, and I could have easily lost my life in this car accident, and I think a lot of these kind of accidents could be prevented in New Zealand if people actually knew how to drive properly. Okay, so something else that just makes so much sense here in Germany, well, at least in the area of Germany where I live in Bavaria, so more specifically Lower Franconia. And here in Lower Franconia, it is so easy to get around on a bicycle. We have so many amazing, safe bicycle lanes where you can bike for hours and hours, miles and miles, from one city to the next. You can go from village to city to town and just keep going and going, and it just is so easy to get around by bicycle here in Germany, and I just love this. So I have been getting into biking a lot lately, and it is just the best way to get around. So these bicycle lanes are nice and wide. Most of them have a really nice view around here, so you're usually biking along the river, and so it's just a beautiful picturesque view when you're going biking, and you just feel really safe. You see a lot of older people in retirement age here in Germany who spend the day biking and just going on these bike tours with friends. It's really great for them socially to be getting out and, you know, catching up with friends, but it's also amazing, you know, for their fitness, for their general overall health. As you get older, you need to keep your body moving. If you don't use it, you lose it. And in Germany, you see so many older people, you know, over 60, biking everywhere on these beautiful biking lanes, and it just makes this kind of physical activity so much more appealing when you have the nice bicycle lanes with the beautiful views, and it's really just easy to get from A to B. Okay guys, so last but not least, Something else here in Germany that just makes complete sense is the fact that many Germans only work a half day on a Friday. So it's basically like having a long weekend every weekend, and I think this is incredible. So this is what my husband does. He will work 4 full days and then he will have half a day on a Friday, and so at 12 o'clock on a Friday he will come home and we have a nice long weekend together, and I just love it. It's not like he's working less hours a week, but he is working a little bit longer every day to accumulate that half day. So for him, it is totally worth it, and he doesn't even notice that little extra amount of time he works, you know, for those 4 days. He just loves the fact that at 12 o'clock on a Friday, he's free. I just think that little concept of a half day on a Friday adds so much to our quality of life, and I love this concept, and I think that every country should adopt this German concept of having half days on Friday. And yeah, this is something that makes complete sense to me. You know, working a tiny bit longer during the week and having that half day on the Friday, like, it's a no-brainer for me. I just think it's totally worth it. So anyway, guys, that's all I've got for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. It helps to get my videos out there and noticed. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love you to consider subscribing. I know that so many of you who watch my videos are not actually subscribed. So if you would consider subscribing, that would mean so much to me. Also, feel free to connect with me on Instagram. I have been posting a lot more content on Instagram lately, so I would love you to come follow me over there. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!